So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video where today we're gonna take a quick look at the Incarnon ceramic dagger. You can get the Incarnon Genesis adapter for the ceramic dagger from the steel path version of the circuit game mode. Once you have the adapter and a ceramic dagger, of course, you can take them over to Cavalero in the chrysolith to combine them. This also requires 20 pathos clamps, which you get from the Autoworm boss fight, 70 drac root, which grows around the central island of the Paradox, as well as Kullervo's hold, and 80 Conla sprout, which grows around the Lunaro court in the Paradox. Doing this allows you to evolve the weapon and it unlocks its Incarnon mode. You activate the Incarnon mode by building up to 6 times combo multiplier and then doing a heavy attack. This gives you a 3-minute buff that gives you 100% more melee damage, 25% more sprint speed and 25% faster bullet jump. In addition to that though, the weapon gains an extra property for its heavy attack where it will throw out 2 spectral daggers that will explode on impact. These do primarily slash damage with the direct hit and pure heat with the explosion. The explosions can stagger you, which is a bit of a bummer, and they have about a 5-meter radius. Each dagger does 350 damage with the initial hit, as well as 350 additional damage with the heat explosion, and the crit and status chance will match the modded stats on the weapon. Now, before you can take advantage of the evolutions and the benefits that those provide, you're gonna have to do a few things with the ceramic dagger. So you're gonna have to finish a solo mission with it, then you're gonna have to activate its Incarnon mode 6 times in a mission, and finally you're gonna have to do 20 finishers on unaware enemies. Now, the evolution options for the ceramic dagger are kind of nuts. The first choice is between gun and blade, where you get 100 extra base damage, and then on a kill with the primary weapon you get one initial combo which stacks up to 100 times. This is permanent. And the second option is Breacher's Opportunity, where you get 120 base damage, and then on a shield break you get additional 80 base damage for 8 seconds. The second option is between Orokin Reach for 1 meter of extra range, which is always nice, Adept Reflexes for 20 initial combo, and then Rogue Readiness, where on a kill you get a 40% chance to instantly reload your primary and secondary weapons. And finally we have a choice between a Red Right Hand, which is described very poorly in game for some reason, but what it does is whenever you switch to the ceramic dagger from your primary, the first swing will have an extra 2x crit multiplier on it. I don't know why it's written like this, but anyway, the second one is Absolute Dominion for 30% extra base status, and the final one is Absolute Valor for 30% extra base crit. I ended up going with a combination of gun and blade, which is really strong because it doesn't take that long to stack it up, and it brings you up to permanent 6 times combo, which is insane. For the second one, I went with an extra 1 meter of range because, you know, range is always good, and I topped it off with Absolute Valor for the extra crit. Now, for our setup, we're gonna go with a fairly standard heavy attack setup, but there is a bit of a twist. So we have Killing Blow for heavy attack damage and wind-up speed, Amalgam Organ Shatter for crit damage and heavy attack wind-up speed, Sacrificial Pressure and Steel for a ton of base damage and crit chance, and then Reflex Coil for 60% heavy attack efficiency. The reason we do this is because of that 100 initial combo. Just in case you don't know, initial combo isn't just there. You do consume it with every heavy attack. It's just that it will regenerate back up. However, it only regenerates at the rate of 40 combo per second. Now this is usually enough for something like Covert Lethality or Corrupt Charge, or even something like the Fragor, which has initial combo on it, but for the Incarnon Ceramic Dagger, where you can easily sit at 150 initial combo if you so desire, it's just too damn slow. So we need to use Reflex Coil to cut down on the amount of combo we consume with every heavy attack. And to top it all off, we're gonna run Primed Reach, which with the extra range from the evolution gives us almost 6 meters of range, which is always hilarious on a dagger, and we're also gonna run Vicious Frost and Virulent Scourge for Viro and status. Now I don't usually like to put Viro on my heavy attack builds because you just don't need it, and it's usually better applied from either a priming weapon or a companion, because the heavy attack weapons don't tend to proc it all that much. But thanks to the extra spectral daggers that we throw out with every heavy attack, we can actually proc a lot of Viro pretty fast here. For our Simulacrum showcase, we have level 150 in Steel Path. I did double check this because it didn't quite seem right since the enemies died so damn fast, and we have 10 Butchers, 5 Gunners and 5 Bombards, all of which are corrupted. And as you can see, this weapon just absolutely destroys them. It is kind of nuts. I mean, this is what it does to Acolytes. Here we have Malice, and he did. This is what Incarnon melee weapons should be. This is by far my favorite one. It is fantastic. And it's not just because of the damage. Yeah, having big damage is always nice, but the initial combo stuff, which turns into a somewhat unique build, and then the daggers, which allow you to spread more status around, and all of this just make it into a very unique melee weapon. So yeah, even though I expected very little from the Incarnon ceramic daggers, it ended up being one of my favorite Incarnons that I've picked up so far. And because of that, it gets as big of a thumbs up as I can give it. Definitely pick it up. And that is pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful. I would like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, you're absolutely killing it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you would like to become a channel member as well, by the way, you can check out the memberships and stuff down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.